What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
You gotta give him that hawk and spit on that thing. You get me?
Because it's recording, so
Leave a message to your...
so you can't. So Ed finds this video on what's this, TikTok? Mm-hmm. And he names his YouTube video this, and he took it, and it's about you.
Yeah.
So he's fucking sick in the head.
Yeah.
He's sick in the head.
I told you, Hawk
He's not only fucking with your job and trying to claim that you spit in people's food, but now he's talking about his niece, who's a teenager, and talking about sick sexual shit. He's a fucking piece of shit. This is what Ed is.
It's a little unsettling to have someone going around stalking you.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain, pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane, pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test. Expect nothing less, your check is I'm chest, what's happening next? He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold an obsession, all in his possession. You got their attention, I'll leave an impression and take your redemption. Just kill no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep, move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try to change, you can say no, free me.
So last night I noticed that Donovan took down everything, like a bunch of shit about me. My brother's used to be is the Lord Jesus Christian page. Now it's Patent Exposed. It was Fatty McGee Spread Cheeks. Like, he keeps changing his name and his profile picture every day. But that channel, he took down everything about me. It's all gone. And at the same time, same exact time, the Patent Perps channel, 40-some videos, almost 50 videos, all gone, right? Everything's down completely. It's just wiped, right? So it's amazing. I noticed that, right? Everything's gone. Like, what's up with that? It's right around the same time that Abe does that hit piece on me, right? Trying to discredit me, saying I'm definitely a liar, and talking about my house and shit. And then, even if it was my house, if it was, that means that Ed, my brother, is doxing his mother. He's showing his mother's house and you know, in order to talk shit on it, on his own mother. Like, what the fuck is wrong with these people, man? But they'll try anything. And this all happened right around the same time. Like 3 days ago, they tried to run me off the road. Me, my son, and my dad. They tried to run us off the fucking road. This is no shit. Right? When we're driving down the road in a car, we're going the speed limit, maybe 5 miles over, and a car flies past us. Okay, I get it. That happens. Then the second car does it. Okay, I get it. That happens, you know, whatever. People are in a hurry to go to work, I guess. And then we get to a point where there's a straight stretch. You can see anything coming. It's about the only place that you can pass somebody. It's all illegal. You're not allowed to pass anybody between Chest Springs and Asheville. There's no passing zones, but there's one spot in this dip where you can get away with passing somebody without, you know, and see the traffic coming. And there happens to be cars coming at us, directly at us, like 2 or 3 cars, like coming directly at us. And then the third and the fourth car, they pulled out and they pulled up beside us. Like, instead of going past us to pass us, they pulled out with these cars coming straight at us. And it wasn't like they were far away. They were right there. So these 2 other vehicles pulled up right fucking beside us. And then when they got close, like right up next to us, they slowed down and just rode alongside us with cars coming straight at us. And it was like right there. So I'm assuming the cars that were coming at us were involved too. And it was all like set up or something to try to run us off the road. Because what is somebody supposed to do at that point? You got a car. This is the third and fourth car, right, trying to pass you when there's traffic coming straight at you, right? It's when that happens and you're like, okay, it's not a coincidence. It's not normal. Okay, we're going 65 mile an hour. There's no reason to even pass anybody. And they didn't try to pass. They pulled up alongside us to try to create, panic and to try to run us off the road because there's nowhere to move there. That car, it would have been a head-on collision if somebody were to panic that this is happening to, they would have to like pull off to the right. They would like panic and pull over to the right side and end up wrecking or something. But my dad just kept going straight. So thankfully he just kept straight ahead and, hope for the best. And then that car slammed on their brakes and pulled back in. But like, it was crazy. Like my son's in the back seat. He's like terrified. Like, what the fuck is going on? These cars are trying to run us off the road. And it's funny, all these things happening at the same time, right? I mentioned just a few days ago how Judge Bernstein isn't too happy about having her official ruling ignored, right? Because she extended that PFA for 3 years. And I didn't think that she knew about her the judge's ruling getting ignored and changed. And I'm not going to disclose any more information about that. But I did mention how, that I suspected that she didn't know, and I have this curse of being right all the time, because how would she have known, She just passes an order down, and she expects the people in the pathonatory's office to do their job and just file the paperwork the way that the judge's orders are, right? So when that wouldn't happen, if they did everything they could to, control the flow of information, then they would have hoped that wouldn't have been found out, right? So if it did get found out, right, then people were scrambling to do damage control. They're doing everything they can to try to try to save their ass from from taking accountability for the illegal fucking crazy shit that they did, right? To alter records and the people involved. I don't even know why these people were involved or why they're doing it. It doesn't make any sense, But, I mean, it is what it is. All I'm doing is pointing out what I'm finding out. Like, I'm finding this shit out, and that's what my channel's for, to expose the shit that's going on that I find out, and to expose the tactics these people are doing so that it doesn't happen to somebody in the future. They can protect themselves against these crazy fucking tactics that nobody would ever imagine would happen. I mean, if somebody told me that this is all happening, and I would probably think they're crazy too. That's what they rely on. They rely on people just believing that this would never happen, They wouldn't do that, right? They have integrity. They wouldn't lie. Cops wouldn't lie, that wouldn't happen. They're cops, right? Judges wouldn't do the wrong thing. Not judges, but the people in the courthouse, right? The only people who get to have the ability and the opportunity to, fudge the paperwork, right? And they're the ones that are supposed to file the paperwork and send it to the right people. So they're the only ones that would be able to not send it to the right people, make sure that the right people didn't get it, and change, court rulings and court documents right there at that point. And hey, listen, for almost 3.5 years, I got to tell you, it worked, right? I didn't know. How was anybody supposed to know? Unless they go looking into this shit. But it's important to go looking into it then, because it's unreal. I never would have imagined finding out the stuff that I find out. And I didn't go looking into it expecting to find out this stuff. It just fucking happened. And then when I'm sitting in the pathonatory's office and I find out that a PFA that was supposed to be extended for 3 years just got put in as vacated, like they just threw it out, and my brother wasn't even there, So when I find that out, and I'm sitting in the pathonatory's office, and then a neighbor of mine who has been doing the entry-exit shit for fucking the last couple of years, every time I leave my house, somebody from their house comes or goes, right? So I'm convinced that, they are involved in the gangstalking. But whenever I'm sitting in that pathonatory's office and somebody from that family that lives there comes over and sits down at their desk in the pathonatory's office, and I find out that they work there. I didn't know they worked there. Everything clicks, and it's like, okay, now it all makes sense. It all makes perfect sense now, right? And this person always smiles, you know, and waves. And I have no reason to ever suspect that she would do anything like this towards me or my family. It didn't make any sense. And when her daughter used to say things like this about me, it didn't make any sense to me either. You know, like Karina, I never did anything to Karina, but she would wish death upon me and shit, and say the nastiest things about me, and it didn't make sense. I would hear about it through the grapevine, but I don't always address that shit. I usually ignore it. It's peace of mind that's important. When you know how people really feel about you, the people that are, you know, put them fake smiles on or nice to your face, but then you hear what they say in the background. Yeah, just keep that to yourself. It's nice to know, you know? So then you know when they're trying to be fake to your face, you know they're lying through their teeth because you know what they really feel about you. You don't have to let them know you know. You just let them keep on going, thinking that they're fooling somebody by being fake to your face, you know? So it's just, people were fucking evil. Let's put it that way. But it's funny how all this shit just disappears off all these channels. And at the same time, Absent Minded Abe does that hit piece talking about my house, right? So, I mean, you're really going to say that's all just a coincidence? And why did it all come down? Why did they take it all down, right? Why did Donovan take down his playlist about me, right? I go through Donovan's community tab, and it's just a whole bunch of one after the other of this content's no longer available. This content's no longer available. I go to the Pat and Perps channel, it's empty. Completely fucking bone dry empty. I think there's one thing about narcissist or something. A post about narcissist. And then I go to my brother's channel. Both of his channels, the community tab has the same thing about narcissist. The same post about narcissist. What do you know? That's just a coincidence too, though, right? But no content about targeted patent. And then I just look at it just now, just today. And I see, we're going to watch it together. I haven't watched it yet. So this is just today, right? Now he's putting pictures of my kids and my ex-wife on here. Right? So he is pulling out all the stops. He's desperate. And what's he put? Putting your family through hell. Really? I'm not putting my family through hell. Their fucking uncle is. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that the craziest thing? Nothing that I'm doing is putting my family through hell. That would be you, Ed. You are really a piece of work, my friend. I mean, it's sad. It's fucking really sad. Listen, you're really making your family proud, buddy. Let me tell you. Really, really making something so they could be proud at their dad, right?
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that hawk and spit on that thing. You get me?
Because it's recording. So
Leave a message to your...
So you can't. So Ed finds this video on what's this, TikTok? Mm-hmm. And he names his YouTube video this, and he took it, and it's about you.
Yeah.
So he's fucking sick in the head.
Yeah.
He's sick in the head.
I told you, Hawk
He's not only
is
fucking
not...
with your job and trying to claim that you spit in people's food, but now he's talking about his niece, who's a teenager, and talking about sick sexual shit. He's a fucking piece of shit. This is what Ed is. So let's see what an hour ago, 16 minutes ago. Like I said yesterday, there was nothing. If I look at his community wall, okay, what do we got here? 3 hours ago. This is his life. He is his entire life. He is obsessed with me. He sits in front of that computer just thinking of ways to fuck with me and posts that he can put up about me. I don't think he ever leaves the damn thing unless he's playing the bongos somewhere. He's a weirdo, man. Perception creates reality. Oh, really? And that's funny. Well, how about just facts? Let's just look at facts. How about that? Let's not try to paint pictures of narratives. Let's just look at the fucking facts there, buddy. And then here's the narcissist comments, right? Schizophrenia, narcissists, right? But that's Patton exposed, which is my brother. Obviously, we already know that. If you look at his X39X channel, same thing. You see that on there, but you see just a bunch of his band content. Nothing. He's never put anything about me on that channel. Just a bunch of his band stuff. That it's like he's like feeding off of this attention he's getting by talking about me. It's fucking weird. Whatever. Hey, whatever floats your boat. You're a fat fucking moron, a retarded moron that's evil, and you're a creep, and that's just the truth. I don't have to try to convince anybody. There's a lot of people that know that already, and there's a ton of facts to support that. I don't have to try to manipulate the comment section and make up little lies here and there to try to create the perception, right, of that what I'm saying is true. You know what I mean? Just the facts create reality too there, buddy. When you do things to people, the fact that you did those things, you can lie to yourself all you want. It doesn't change what really happened. Even if you have false memories in your head because you've lied about it so many times, you've convinced yourself of these weird things. Maybe that, I don't know. I don't really believe that. I think you're just so ashamed of your own actions that you have to lie about it because you can't face yourself, let alone face anybody in public. The amount of shame that you'll encounter and guilt that you'll have. So your brain does this thing where it creates an alternate reality of what happened, of actual events. So I'm just trying to understand it and make it make sense, right? But it doesn't. So let's watch these videos here. That one was 16 minutes ago. So first, my brother writes, Patton's assassination plan? Really? See, now he's getting real life, isn't he? Like he's trying to incite fear and incite action against me by posting shit like this. And this is stuff that is serious. That what you're doing is you're acting, okay? You're acting, and these actions are going to have consequences, not on me, because I'm pointing them out. I'm aware of them. I got to get on top of things. I have to let the right people know what's going on here, because they're not strangers to this. They've seen this shit before. They know what's going on. They deal with people like you. Let's crank up the volume. I gave him a black eye one day. But it's brothers, fighting. And he claims every time I see him, I assault him or something. But even though all the bullshit he said about me and all the lies, I've practiced restraint, and I still just it didn't get to me. Like I didn't want to punch him in the face. But now I've gotten to the point where when we cross paths, at some point, I'm going to cross paths with him and nobody else around, and that's all I'm going to say about it. He's going to come. I'm not going to say it. You'll clip it, and then, then he'll turn me in for, terrorist threats or something. But he's got it coming.
Yep.
And that's just a fact.
I hope you enjoy going through life looking over your shoulder, Ed. Sleeping with one eye open.
Watch your back, Ed.
Mm-hmm. Well, your handler's going to protect you. Whatever target Patton is. What's the word Donovan uses all the time? When I'm prowling around at night, looking for you. He's talking because he's mad at me because I speak the truth, because I won't take down my videos. So he's basically, it's a veiled threat,
Well, when you come, you know what to do.
Oh yeah, I already said what I'll do. I won't hesitate to protect me and my family, and I'm always packing, and I have documents to prove that I know how to use it better than anybody. And if he just wants to meet under the bridge or whatever, that's fine too. I'll just knock the shit out of him. So there you go. Okay, now my brother perceives that as an assassination plan. No, buddy, that's just the truth. That's just a promise. When you do things, actions have consequences, and when you come at somebody, you expect you don't expect to ever have to face consequences for trying to attack somebody for incessantly every day for years.
what? There's never going to be any consequences to that. Are you retarded? You are retarded. I don't think anybody would even think less of me if I did it, if I retaliated against you. But I'm not going to commit violence against you. I'm not a violent person. I don't have to do that. But I'm just saying, you pissed off a lot of people in town. I mean, there could be a number of people that you would have to look at, you know, that would have a motive to do something to you because of the shit you've done against them. Like a lot of people. So if something were to happen to you, I mean, maybe they would look at me as one of the people, but they would have their work cut out for them. They'd have a lot of people they'd have to look at as suspects of who's responsible, you know, for. But all that you really need to do is look in the mirror to see who's responsible. You know, if something bad happens to you, Ed, you got to ask yourself, what did I do to deserve this, right? The answer will come very quickly if you ask yourself that question, right? You're not like some innocent victim or something. Let's just get that straight. So let's watch the next video. That happened at like 6 in the morning, 5 or 6 in the morning. He's sitting there creeping watching that live stream. That's funny. So putting your family through hell. 2 views an hour ago. Let's see what this is.
And us who didn't take the you know what and shit and avoided that, we are disconnected from the network that's the hive mind.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. And they're changing people's memories, it seems like.
Yes, they're nuts.
My ex-wife has these false memories of that I did all these things to her and that I'm the reason for all her problems. Like my daughter was just telling me about this. She was on the phone just a couple days ago here, like crying to my daughter, basically apologizing for, you know, and trying to explain why she did what she did. She moved like away in 2019 and just pretty much like said, fuck you, I have another family, pretty much, you know, and just didn't stop picking them up and all that, the kids and everything else. And she blamed me. She said that I did this to her and I did that to her. It was just crazy because my daughter even knows, like my daughter was there. She knows, you know, so she didn't say anything to her mother. She didn't try to correct her. She just thought it was weird and thought that's why she talked to me about it. She was like, I didn't know what to say because she's crying. So she didn't want to correct her and be like, that's not what happened, Mom, you know?
Wow.
That's
crazy, trippy, but I believe it.
It was freaking weird. Like, but it's like making excuses, like, for all her mistakes, making excuses and blaming me, you know? But it's hard for me to just to believe that they actually believe that what they're saying. They don't remember. They have a different fucking memory.
Yep. That's kind of like the Mandela effect stuff too. Like
she didn't pay her rent and she got evicted, so she didn't know what to do. Her world was caving in. So she took my kids and took off to her mom's house and just said, I'm keeping the kids. Right? So obviously I was like, well, no, that's not going to happen. I filed for custody then. The judge reamed her ass out and fucking said, if you try to pull something like that again, you'll never see your kids again. And they told her, you know, we'll give you just enough rope to hang yourself. I didn't do anything to her. I just did what I had to do. She took my kids and said, she's keeping them. Took them out of school, out of the school district and everything, just out of nowhere on a Sunday night. I went to pick them up because they had school the next day. And there was these two friends of mine in her apartment cooking pierogies. And they're like, yeah, your ex-wife took your kids and she said she's keeping them. And she went down to her mother's and she ain't coming back.
Wow.
She left her apartment and all of our stuff that we, that we acquired together through our marriage that she stole from me after she fucking got me thrown in jail, lied through her teeth. She took all my shit and I had lost my house basically, right? So she just took everything that was convenient for her to furnish her new apartment. And then whenever she got evicted, her landlord called me and said, hey, what do you want me to do with all this stuff? You want to get it? And I said, well, yeah, thank you, But she told my daughter that I broke into her apartment and stole all her stuff. And she told her that I worked with her mother to keep my daughter from her, and it's like, what the fuck is she talking about? It was she was crying and everything. So it's
Wow.
weird. It's fucking weird. Maybe we are in different fucking realities or something.
Oh shit.
But I actually gave her back I gave her the baby books back. I gave a bunch of stuff from her apartment. She would have lost it all to the landlord. She owed him money, you know. But he let me get all the stuff out, and I gave her like half her shit back. I didn't have to do that. She didn't even know I had it. But her memory is that I broke in her apartment and stole all her stuff.
That's
Fucking
nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it. I mean, I believe, like I said, like
She was
that.
13,000 in the arrears in child support, and I paid
Yeah.
$10,000 off of her child support debt to myself. But that
Wow.
I'm a dick, right? I'm a dick, and I just did it for the money. I did her taxes for her instead of claiming the kids. I let her claim the kids that year, did her taxes for her, and paid off her child support with her own taxes. You know.
Wow.
But she doesn't see it that way. She sees it as like I took her money or something. It's mind-boggling.
Yeah.
I try to look at it every other which way. Like, am I not seeing something here? Am I just not? Am I in denial? Am I missing something that, you know? And it's excuse me, but there's nothing. There's not, like I did everything I could to try to make sure that to mend the bridge so that she she would still talk to the kids, and she just nope. She refused to come and get them anymore. She wouldn't talk to me, so no skin on my back, but the kids suffer for it, you know?
Yep.
It's
It's
weird
always
shit.
the friggin' children that do suffer.
So, like, my son just told me yesterday, too, like, he's kind of fucked up from it because she was brainwashing him there for a while, telling him that they're going to move in with her, and they were, like, working behind my back to try to fuck me over back in 2017. And I don't know if she just she's not connected to reality. She didn't think the whole thing through. Like, she had outstanding warrants, and she owed $13,000 in the arrears and child support. So when she is put in for a modification of custody, they gave her a hearing, but I don't know in what reality she thought they would ever take the kids out of the home that they knew their whole lives, the school district, and give them to a chick who's got 2 warrants for arrest and owes $13,000 in child support. So, like, they gave her a hearing, but, you know, I told my kids, I was like, she's not going to show up. I was like, you guys ain't going nowhere, you know? But for the whole time, for like a year, she brainwashed them and pounded it into their head that I'm bad and she's going to, they're going to move in with her. It's just, she's like stuck in adolescent mindset or something. She's fucked up in the head.
Wow.
It's weird. I think she told a bunch of people that like I abused her or something, and that was part of why. I don't know. Her dad is a prison guard. He was a prison guard for fucking like 20 years. So who knows? That could have been it. She could have just lied through her teeth and got a bunch of people that actually thought that I was some kind of fucking. Oh, how's my brother put it? I'm a master manipulator, I think. That's how he put it.
Dude, your brother's such a piece of shit.
He said, I seen a comment that he wrote that said that I. The comment that he wrote said that I have manipulation training. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I was a telemarketer out of high school, and I was good at it. Is that the manipulation training you're talking about, Ed? Like, what the fuck are you talking about, manipulation training? I'm pretty sure that the shit you're doing, that you've had manipulation training. You know, that deceptive tactics and everything that they use for paid trolls online. That is literally like manipulation and deception training. Pretty sure that you've gone through something like that. I only read it because I stumbled across it. You know, Truth Stream Media put this out. It was leaked in 2014, and it was like the training on how to do this shit. I stumbled across it, and it's important that if you're being targeted that you find this shit, and like, knowledge is power. Become aware of the tactics so they can't fucking use them against you. It's more powerful than you think. So let's watch the last one. Where's it at here? Oh, Patton passes out. He's still on this fucking bullshit? Dude, I wasn't passed out. I was looking at my phone trying to ignore you while you were putting a bright flashlight up against my windshield. You're on the West Coast, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. It's only 4 in the morning there, right?
Yeah.
You 7 over here.
I did this the other day, and then fucking, like I said, my son called me at 6:30 in the morning, and then we left, and that's when they tried to run me off the road. But I wasn't driving, Ed, you fucking moron. So I could have been sleeping all I wanted. I was in the passenger seat. You're a retard, Ed. You're a fucking moron. That's really what you make a video and call it Patton Passes Out and take a clip of me talking about what the fuck is, you're so weird. Get a life, dude. Grow the fuck up and get a life. Seriously. Man, what do? You can't fix stupid. You can shame them, like this. You can make a video and you can, give your opinion, and maybe they'll understand how they're being perceived if we say it out loud, right? If we say, like, what are these guys are retards. You know what I mean? They're fucking retarded. Seriously. I'm not saying that as like a derogatory term. I'm saying that like literally. I think they're literally retarded, mentally retarded. Because it doesn't make sense. They don't act like adults. They laugh at fart jokes and stuff like that. Like a retard does. Like a mentally retarded person. You can treat Lola agrees, obviously. You hear her barking. Like children. They're easy to please, They don't understand a lot. So you can, they're very gullible. Very gullible. They'll do whatever, whatever you tell them. If you're somebody who's a little more mature, somebody they look up to or admire, you pretty much have your way with them. Do whatever, make them do whatever you want, right? They'll just do it because they're idiots, right? So these people are not paid federal perps. No, they're just retarded. That's it. And that's what my brother is. So I just noticed this comment. I guess it was 10 days ago. He said, you really don't want resolution? ? I don't know. I don't understand if that's a question. You really don't want resolution? Yeah. I've been trying to resolve this from day one. And some things, the only way to resolve a problem is to like eliminate the problem. That's the only way there's a resolution. You have to, somebody has to be held accountable. Sometimes that's the only way to get resolution. But he says, you take the deal, John. What do you have to lose, right? He wants me to take down all my content about him, all the evidence of his fucking stalking and harassment, wants me to take down all my evidence. It's like mind-boggling. What makes you think I would ever do something that you want me to do? Why would I go out of my way to do anything for you? You go out of your way to try to destroy my life every day. That's all. You spend most of your time to do that. It's crazy. But he said, what do you really have to lose? And that's a stupid question. I don't ask stupid questions. I ask the right questions. So, the question that I ask instead of what do I have to lose is, what do I have to gain? What do I have to gain by going out of my way to take down the evidence of your harassment and your stalking? You just proved to me that you were going to continue doing it no matter what. You just took down all your content and then started uploading just this morning with 3 videos already of the stalking and harassment. Again, it doesn't make any sense. I didn't even have time to I don't post anything. I didn't put anything out. So in between you're, trying to get me to take down my content and you want resolution, you take down your content and then immediately start posting more. And you just prove that you don't want resolution. You just want to save your own ass. That's it. You want to save your spread cheeks ass. Spread cheeks don't want to go to jail.
Do you have shoes? Yes. Tell your boy to get your shoes for you.
You got my shoes, Ben.
Where are they?
They're on the desk right there. Spread Cheeks goes to jail. It's, you know, they would love somebody nicknamed Spread Cheeks in jail. Just saying. So be good or be good at it.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain, pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane, pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test. Expect nothing less, you check as I'm chess, what's happening next? He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold an obsession, all in his possession. You got their attention, I'll leave an impression and take your redemption. Just kill no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep on the scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try the chains, you can say no, free me. So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race. Life is a chase, I don't want a place, I wanna be first. Work till it hurts, dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse. High ambitions and the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off, I'ma break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft, you can change lives, you create thoughts. Never waste time, you got one shot, you got one life. Better pop off, what do you like? Make a dream job, no 9-5, no mean boss. Just my life and free thoughts. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep on the scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try the chains, you can say no, free me.